How much do you know about ginger? I know they serve it to you as a side with your sushi, but what are the benefits that we can see associated to it? And I want to just go through some of those with you so you're a little bit better informed and you can make some better choices for yourself. Ginger is going to be best enjoyed either in a fresh version or dried version. I know from the local farmer here, you can go about getting it in fresh pretty readily, and you can grate it, you can chop it, dice it, however you like to do it, throw it into a stir fry, turn it into a juice. It's great for migraines, or you can get a dried version, which I oftentimes will do. It's a little bit easier, if you will, more efficient, but there are some differences between the two, and I'll go over some of those as well. But when we think about ginger and eating it, it's going to be a little bit more on the pungent side, sweet, and heating. It is also drying. So oftentimes I'll have a cup of tea, ginger tea, if I'm a little bit on the cold side, because I know it's going to heat me up from the inside out. Some other things that ginger is going to do: it stimulates blood flow, digestion, and muscular activity. It promotes better digestion and breathing because of this then. So we think about more blood flow coming through. It's going to increase our internal agni, or our fire inside, that helps to just burn off some of our toxins or some of the kapha energy, which tends to be heavier, and to heat us up and to, again, increase those things. And with the breathing, because it stimulates that, it's going to just help to open the airflow, airways. So it's good for people with asthma. But this also helps to fight colds, flus, indigestion, vomiting, belching, abdominal pain, laryngitis, arthritis, hemorrhoids, headaches, heart disease, inflammation. If I haven't convinced you yet to continue to use this, or to add this in if you're not already, it helps to lower blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar. It's been shown very effective at fighting against staph infection, resolving brain inflammation, malabsorption, muscle pain. It helps to inhibit growth in cancer cells. So there is just, again, a litany of reasons why you'd want to use this. Dry version is going to be a little bit on the hotter side. So it tends to be a better stimulant, and reducing that kapha energy is going to be good for weight loss. Fresh is better to make you sweat. So it's really much better for colds, cough, and vomiting, and also deranged vata. When you have too much cold energy in your body, it's gonna really help to reduce that. You can drink it in tea, eat it in your food, make a paste for external use. That's good for muscle pain and arthritis. Mixing castor oil and ginger is great for arthritis. I had mentioned earlier, fresh ginger juice at the onset of a migraine supposedly will stop it dead in its tracks. And you can make a tea for menstrual cramps. Some counterindications: you don't want to use too much. Again, anything in excess is never typically a good thing, and that can cause some stomach issues. I would imagine some burning problems, because again, it's going to be more on the pungent and heating side, and that can cause some heat in your stomach lining if you have too much. Blood thinning, because again, it reduces clots, so it's really good at helping to prevent strokes. But if you're on a blood thinning type of medication, or you have a blood thinning disorder, you would not want to increase that, obviously, by using this. If you are looking to gain weight naturally, this is not going to be good for you. But if you're looking to lose weight, this is definitely going to be helpful. It helps to decrease your appetite. It helps with increasing the blood flow, again, in the stomach, and to turn up the internal heat, or your agni, which helps to burn off some of that excess cold and dampness and heaviness. If you are allergic to it, clearly you wouldn't want to use it. If you have bleeding problems, as I had mentioned earlier, if you're blood thinning, you don't want to do that. It just increases the blood flow, so that could be potentially harmful to you. And then if you're pregnant, you don't want to use this in excess. They recommend, I believe, up to 1 gram a day of fresh, not dried ginger in pregnancy. You can split that up into 4 different doses, 250 milligrams, 4 times a day. That helps with morning sickness, nausea, digestion, just some other issues that you might be facing with pregnancy. But if you have too much, that can cause your body to abort or expel the fetus. So just talk with your doctor before you do that. You don't necessarily want to use it if you have gallstones. And then, as I had mentioned, the one article I was reading was talking about how if you have high blood pressure, you're diabetic, or you're high cholesterol, you probably don't want to use this, because you would already be on medicines for that from a prescription from your doctor. And so you could potentially lower your stuff too much, because ginger helps with that. So in working with a qualified healthcare practitioner, however, you can maybe possibly reduce or eliminate the need for some of your prescription medications for those things by adding in ginger. And you want to do that in a gradual way. You don't want to just do that cold turkey or doing it without knowing what you're doing. So you'd want to, again, talk with a qualified healthcare practitioner for that. What they recommend as a normal amount on a daily basis for the regular average person is 3 cups of tea a day. I love to start my day with a cup of ginger and turmeric tea with a little bit of fresh lime and some honey and a little bit of cayenne because I like the extra heat. I tend to be on the cold side, but that will just help to get my internal organs flowing. I got my blood pressure going, just helps to stimulate my body and get me ready to welcome in the day. So if you have questions about this, feel free. You can obviously Google and research ginger from an Ayurvedic perspective on your own if you'd like a little more information that way. Or you can reach out to a qualified healthcare practitioner such as myself or someone else in your area. And you're free to follow me on YouTube. This has been something I've been meaning to ask. If you don't mind, do please follow me on YouTube. I've started a channel. I have quite a few videos posted there. I've not necessarily promoted it the most, but I'm maybe up to 20 followers now. I need 100 for it to come in on its own. So I think you actually have to type in my name and Desjardins channel when you're on YouTube platform and it'll take you there. But if you don't mind following me, that would be great. Get me up over the 100 required for a normal channel name. That would be fantastic. I do post most of the videos that I make there that will have a lot more information for you on Ayurveda overall. But I hope this has been helpful as always, and do your best to take care of yourself always. Take care.